What is this?
Think about it, Dork.
Is it the Rookies?
I don't even remember the Rookies. What the fuck was the Rookies?
The Rookies was that was a TV show, a cop show on ABC about three young cops.
Who was in it?
Um,
Do you remember?
Michael Ontkean was one dude who was in it.
Never heard of him.
Okay, he was in Slapshot with Paul Newman.
Okay.
But what was that? I know it.
That was the theme song to Johnny Quest, baby.
Of course, Johnny Quest.
Yeah, you watched it your entire childhood, and you don't
It
even
had a little different
without
sound to it.
Without the visual, you can't put it.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard to put together.
No, they had that. I'm thinking they had that shooting on the Rookies that that they had in there.
Okay, all right.
So that's why it came to me, and I have cop shows on the mind.
Yeah, well, I threw you for a loop.
No, you did. Yeah.
Cool. All right, Dork, go ahead and host the show and tell everybody where they can find us. And by the way, you're watching Fantasy Football with the Dork and the Dude.
Okay, the playoffs are here, everyone.
Big time.
We were just talking before. I did a lot of, studying, deep diving, and I know less now than when I started. This is really the most messed up playoffs ever.
Are you on the verge of paralysis by analysis?
Oh, that passed that point a long time ago. I've just decided they shouldn't call it the National Football League anymore.
Okay.
NFL should stand for National Fugazi League, because they're one big Fugazi this year.
Well, you're only saying that because this is the first year in quite a while where we haven't had some fucking dynasty shoved down our throat.
That's true.
And so you're not used to this environment.
This wide open playoff race.
Yeah, where everybody might have a chance instead of KC or New England and the refs.
Okay.
So I can understand how you're confused.
Mm-hmm.
I am a little too, but I prepared myself for this moment years ago when I wanted KC to not make the playoffs.
Okay. Well, you're happy then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do we got here, Dork?
Well, we're gonna do our. How about we do our brackets first, like we talked about?
Sounds good.
And then we just talk about the people who play fantasy in the playoffs, what to look for, and that's of course going to reflect our brackets. But
sure. And in our league, we play through week 18, then we do a redraft, and we only draft a starting roster, and then whoever ends up with the most cumulative points at the end wins. Your team loses, and your player's gone, kind of thing. But people are doing, and it's kind of a best ball thing.
Yeah.
And so a lot of best balls still going out there. People are still playing DFS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it's all still relevant, right, Dork?
Exactly.
Okay, let's do our brackets, man. Tell me what you got going. I got a couple brackets. I turned one into the brewery pool.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you what that was. And then I just decided, I said, well, I was having paralysis by analysis.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, I'm just going to fucking pick like a little upset bracket and see how it frickin' goes.
Yeah.
So that's my second one, Dork.
Okay, so you got two brackets.
I got two brackets. Yeah.
Okay, so the first one doesn't work out.
This is just for recreational purposes.
Okay.
My brewery pool is for gambling.
Okay, let's start the first round. You want me to just read off who I got winning? Or
yeah.
In the first round?
Yeah.
Rams over Carolina, duh.
I got them.
I got the Packers over the Bears.
I got the Bears winning.
I got the Eagles over the Niners. That's my NFC first round.
Well, okay, I'm going to let you do yours, then I'll do mine.
Okay.
Okay, so let's back up here. So you've got the Packers beating the Bears.
Yeah.
Okay, and you got Eagles beating Niners.
Yep.
Rams beating Panthers.
Yep.
Okay.
AFC, I got Buffalo beating Jacksonville.
Okay.
I got New England over the Chargers.
Okay.
And I got Pittsburgh upsetting Houston.
Pittsburgh upsetting
on Monday
Houston.
night.
Okay. 3-point spread. It should probably be a pick 'em.
We'll see.
Here's what I got for my upset bracket, and then I'll give you my second bracket that was in my league bracket. Okay, first round NFC. Where am I here? Yeah, I got the Bears beating the Packers.
Okay.
Not impressed with the Packers. They're coming in 4-game losing
Yeah.
streak. Now, granted, the Bears have lost 2 in a row, but I think actually, and this is what's kind of weird, I think the Bears have more upside offensively.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that if the Bears are smart, they're going to run the ball down the Packers' fucking throat.
Well, if they can, they will. I mean, that's,
So they're going to have to try.
yeah. I just, I look at both teams. The Bears' magic kind of stopped against San Francisco and didn't pick up again.
No,
And
it was still going. They could have won that fucking game.
they could have, but they didn't. They
Yeah,
the
but that
pass
didn't
fell
stop the
short at the
magic.
end.
They were competitive,
They were
and they
competitive.
were scaring the shit
Yeah.
out of us 49er fans.
Yeah, they were.
So it didn't end that day.
Mm-hmm. But they still, they were on a streak of comebacks.
Sure.
And that stopped, and then they didn't get it against Detroit either.
Sure.
The next week, and they're just one of those teams that
And their defense sucks.
I think they're a mediocre team. The defense has kind of regressed. They're getting Kyler Gordon back, and he's a playmaker that'll help. But
Okay.
I just think Green Bay's a better team when it came down to it. But yeah, it could go either way.
The pros are all on the Packers saying same thing. They're the better team.
Okay.
This is my upset long shot picks bracket.
Oh, okay.
So that's why because the Bears are slight underdogs.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I've got I got the 49ers beating the Eagles.
I pondered that, but again, I just try to go with the best teams.
Yeah, I think the
I mean,
Niners are the best team.
I got a lot of respect for Shanahan, but I think the Eagles take it, especially getting the two big linemen back.
Well, what concerns me is in their last game, in the second half, they got 17 total fucking yards.
Yeah, that
Now,
offense.
I know the 49ers defense sucks,
Yeah,
but let's say they could hold them to 120 total
Yeah.
in the second half. They will crush them.
the Eagles' offense has some issues, no doubt about it.
Yeah, going into the playoffs, I don't like to bet a team that has that. Okay, and then I got the Rams beating the Panthers like everybody on the planet.
Yep.
AFC, I got the Chargers beating the Patriots. I don't care if it's at home.
I could see that, and a couple things.
It's the defense for the Chargers. 17 points a game allowed.
They're good. They're good, yeah. And at 3.5, you get the hook.
Yep.
But that's we're talking about our bracket here. Who's winning?
They're going to straight up win that game.
And they might. I'm not gonna. I just think the Patriots are a better team. But two things favor the Chargers.
Yep.
The Patriots have had the easiest schedule in the league this year by any measure.
We all know that.
And the Chargers, something I heard about recently this week, I forget, it was one of the podcasts. The West Coast teams playing East Coast night games, they tend to do good.
Yeah, as compared to the 10 a.m. game our time.
Right. It's more in their time that their bodies are accustomed to.
The circadian rhythm is called.
Exactly. Harbaugh's a good coach.
Yeah,
and
he is.
They're just a solid team that's not going to beat themselves. So I could see that, but I think New England's pretty darn good. They got that offense is cooking, the defense is improving, and again they're getting Will Campbell, their best offensive lineman, back, and that's a big deal.
Right. I think the Chargers need Hampton to play, and he's questionable at this point.
He said he's going to play.
Yeah, that's the latest I heard. So if Hampton plays and if he's 90% and shit,
yeah,
I see the Chargers trying to run the ball down their throat, and then Herbert will burn them deep play action. The reason I like the Chargers in this matchup is because their secondary is first in the league in allowing explosive plays. The Patriots have been relying on explosive pass plays all fucking season, granted against a bunch of chumps and tomato cans.
Yeah.
So the Chargers' strength on defense plays right into what the Patriots want to do on offense, and I think that's going to negate them. Okay,
Okay.
I got Jacksonville beating the Bills. Fuck the Bills. Jacksonville's probably might even win 31-20.
Okay. Can I tell you, Jacksonville's big finish run, that their 8-game winning streak?
I know they haven't played anybody.
Jets, Arizona, bad Indy twice, not the good Indy at the start of the year.
Right,
Tennessee twice.
right.
They did beat Denver in Denver, but Denver outgained them by 100 yards that game and had two turnovers
That doesn't
to
matter.
Jackson. It does matter.
They won.
Yeah, but it's
You
much
were
more
just,
impressive. It's much more impressive if they go in there and beat their ass.
earlier. You're making the case that the Bears were going down the tubes because they lost to the Niners. There's a correlation there. They went
What
in
do you
and
mean?
beat Denver in their fucking home stadium. Only loss Denver had at home all year.
Yeah, that's impressive. But it
That's what
would
I'm
have been
talking
more
about.
impressive if they dominated them
Right.
yardage-wise, and they didn't.
I hear
So
you. Okay.
I'm just saying there's a Fugazi element to Jacksonville.
Same with the Bills. Their defense sucks. They play Miami
defense-
twice. They play the Jets twice.
Yeah, but down the stretch, they went to New England and won. They went to Pittsburgh
Well,
and
New
beat them
England's
by 20
Fugazi.
points.
I just said that in the previous.
Right, but they're still a 14-3 team.
Yeah,
They
Fugazi.
beat they beat Pittsburgh by 20 points. They had some impressive wins down the stretch.
Pittsburgh's Fugazi.
And they got a good offense, and they got a very good pass defense. Run defense, not so much.
Yeah, and that's why I see a lot of ETN and them trying to run the ball.
Yeah.
And even if they don't run ETN down the tackles, you're going to see a lot of passing the running backs out of Lawrence if he gets pressure. Problem
Okay.
is the Bills can't get pressure, and if Lawrence can stand back there, he's going to slice and dice those motherfuckers.
You might.
Okay, and then I got the Texans beating the Steelers. Texans are the better team.
I would agree with that, but the Steelers have put up some nice wins too down the stretch. They beat Baltimore twice. They went to Detroit and won. They are an improving team. So I'm going to go ahead and buy into Tomlin as an underdog at home, and also
You like that trend?
you got the dome team. You got the dome team coming up to the.
I've been hearing that all week from the talking frickin' heads.
It's a thing.
Yeah, here's the funny thing. I was just watching Fez on the numbers game with Gil Alexander, and he was making the case why 3 of the teams in the playoffs, the dome teams that are playing outside, are going to lose because of the weather. And
Okay.
yeah, the standard
Yeah.
narrative.
Yeah.
2 months ago, I heard Fez say that weather only only accounts for 1 point a game.
Okay.
So he can't have it both ways.
Okay. No, I don't feel good about picking Pittsburgh, just like I don't feel real good about picking New England, Green Bay, or Philadelphia either.
Well, put it this way: with that Texas D and pass rush,
They're very
I'm willing
good.
to bet Aaron Rodgers might not finish the fucking game.
No, he might not.
And so I can't pick the Steelers knowing he might get hammered.
But the Texans' offense has not been that great, and
They're not going
I
to
see
need
a
much.
low-scoring game, and
Okay.
I think Pittsburgh can pull it out. They've shown an ability to do that.
So what else you got, Dork, on yours?
Okay. Well, are we done with the
We're done with
round
the
one?
first round, yeah.
Okay, round 2. The way I have it, we're going to have in the NFC, Green Bay is going to go to Seattle, and the Rams are going to go to Philly, and I got Seattle and the Rams making the title game, the NFC Championship game.
Okay.
Then I got Buffalo going to Denver, and Pittsburgh will be going to New England, and I got a Buffalo-New England all AFC matchup in the AFC championship.
What do you mean all AFC champions?
All AFC East, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm with you. I've got, of course, I had the Niners beating the Eagles, so I've got the Seahawks beating the Niners to advance, and then I've got the Rams beating your Bears to advance.
Okay.
Yeah, the Rams are going to go into Chicago and kick ass.
If that happens, I would agree with that scenario. Yeah.
And then uh, on the AFC side, I've got the Broncos beating the Chargers, and then I've got the Texans beating Jacksonville
Okay.
to advance.
I like that. I like that outside the box thinking with the Texans. That's a badass. That
Well,
is a
I
badass
told you
team.
this is my this is kind of my long shot slash teams that I think are playing better than the point spread is indicating.
Okay.
And so that's where I'm at. So I've got Broncos, Texas, AFC Championship. I've got Seattle Rams, NFC Championship.
Okay. I love it. We agree on Seattle and the Rams.
Yeah, we do.
Super Bowl, I got Seattle and Buffalo.
Okay, I've got, like I say, this is my upset
Yeah.
bracket.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got the Texans beating the Rams for the World
Oh,
Championship.
no kidding.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't play, Dork!
I got the Seahawks beating the Bills. I look at it. I looked at
That's kind of chalk.
the Bills.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they're the second favorite in the AFC right now, betting-wise.
I just looked at the NFL Network and their picks for the week.
Yeah.
All 5 of them picked the Jaguars.
Really?
Who's the number one, who is the number 1 favorite in the AFC right now? Denver.
Denver. It's
Okay.
Denver.
That's right. Denver was when
New
I saw
England, and then the Bills.
it. Okay. Okay.
And then Jacksonville's like 12 to 1.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Should be all over that if your guy Trevor is
I've already bet it.
okay. But I got Seattle winning it. I got some reservations
I can
about
see Seattle winning it all.
about Darnold, but
If,
they're
if,
the
if Darnold only throws 1 interception and doesn't fumble through the playoffs,
yeah.
he can throw 1 each week.
Yeah.
If he doesn't fucking fumble, which he does too.
Yeah.
Seattle can win the whole fucking thing easy.
That's the big concern with them is Darnold.
Sure.
But
They're going to try to limit the dude so he doesn't make big mistakes, but they've let him throw downfield all year.
yeah. And
But they'll continue doing that.
The other things, like I say, Buffalo, they can't stop the run. The Rams, their defense has been mediocre the second half of the year.
There's going to be a difference there, though. Quentin Lake's coming back, their safety.
That's going to help, yeah.
Oh, it's been documented. The minute that dude went out, like in week 8 or 9.
Yeah, it's been week 8 or 9.
They've been giving up like 3 more points a game.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've missed him. And
Yeah.
if he comes back playing anything near what he was,
Yeah.
It's going to make a difference.
No, the Rams, I like the Rams. They could easily win it. They would be my second choice to win behind the Seahawks.
I've got the Rams and the Seahawks both bet, Dork.
You do, yeah. That's a good call. I have the Rams. I mean, my wallet actually wants the Bears to win because they're the longest shot I have.
How much you put on them? $10?
$10, yeah, at 40 to 1, I think.
Nice.
That's
I
got
400, man.
5 on the Rams at 28 to 1.
I hear you. That's
So
a
I'm
good
liking
number.
that one.
I don't know. I got 25 was the highest.
And then I
think
also
got.
have the Packers, but I don't hold out much hope for either the Packers and the Bears.
Okay, Dork, where are we going from here?
Did you have another bracket you wanted to do?
I do.
Do you just want to buzz through it real quick?
Totally.
Now, would we call this your real bracket or?
This is my official brewery pool bracket.
Oh, okay, the one you put in. Okay.
Yes. So, in that bracket, I have the Chargers beating the Patriots in round 1. I also have Jacksonville beating the Bills, like I have here. And I've got the Texans beating the Steelers.
Okay.
NFC, I've got the Bears beating the Packers in the first round. I actually took the Eagles to beat the 49ers, whereas in this one I took the Niners.
Right.
And then, of course, I took the Rams. In that one, I had the Seahawks beating the Eagles. No, I had the Rams beating the Seahawks.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then the Eagles beat the Bears.
Okay.
And then, so I had the Rams beating the Eagles in the championship game and going to the Super Bowl.
Well, that has a ring of truth to it. Rams, Eagles in the NFC Championship.
That's what I'm seeing. And then I had in the AFC, I had the Broncos beating the Chargers.
So you got Broncos or Chargers over New England in both pools.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I've got, so I had the Broncos beating the Chargers. I had Jacksonville beating the Texans. So I had Rams Jacksonville Super Bowl with the Rams winning.
Oh, I love it.
That was my brewery
Yeah.
pool. Well, it's out there as a fairly common one.
Mm-hmm.
Rams Bills. Everybody's on the Rams. When you watch these shows, it's like 75% of the talking heads are saying the Rams are going to win it all.
Yeah. Oh,
Now,
I'm sure.
now
With good
personally,
reason.
I hope that fucking happens.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I don't feel all that confident.
Every team has something, and we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, but there's no dominant team,
Right.
and that makes it.
That makes it kind of fun. It should. We might end up next week, and in fact, I guarantee it, we're going to be wow. I
Yeah,
didn't
we
see
will.
that coming.
Yeah, we will. I think this is. We talked about the New England era and then the KC era. This is the most wide open, fun playoffs in 20 years.
Yeah, I agree. I like it. I'm all in on it. I hope we have a few years like this.
I hear you. Okay, so what next, Dork?
Should we do our lines? Of the first round.
Our pick'ems?
Yeah.
You got it.
Okay. Rams minus 10.5 at Carolina. I like the Rams to cover the big number.
I got them at 10.
Okay. And you agree?
Yes.
Okay.
I bet them at 10, Dork.
Green Bay minus 1.5 at Chicago. That line is flipped from Chicago minus 1.5.
Yeah, it is.
I like the pack, so I think they're gonna cover that small spread.
I stayed away from this for betting purposes.
I would stay away from it too.
But if someone put a gun to my head, as Fez said this week, I'd take the Bears.
Okay. What did Fez say? He called the Bears Fugazi, right?
Well, yeah, but
they were teasers.
But he was talking about something, and it was a long shot bet, and he goes, someone put a fucking gun to my head.
Yeah.
Here's what I'd do, but yeah. So if I had to take someone, I'd take the Bears, and I would take them on the money line.
Okay. Buffalo minus 1.5 at Jacksonville in the Florida heat. The cold weather Bills got to play in the heat.
Yeah, it's supposed to be about 78 with about 68% humidity.
It's going to be a factor. They better get their electrolytes.
But as Fez said, it's only a 1-point difference.
Buffalo. I got Buffalo, of course. I think they're going to
win. I got Jacksonville. This is Jacksonville and Lawrence's coming out party.
Okay.
Buffalo is so flawed. We talked about the run defense.
Mm-hmm.
If Jacksonville, who has a pretty decent run defense, can stop or slow down Cook,
mm-hmm.
who's going to fucking beat him on that wide receiving team? Hunter Henry?
He doesn't play for the Bills. You're thinking Dawson Knox.
Oh, yeah, Dawson Knox or Kincaid?
Khalil Shakir.
Yeah, no. If they can stop Cook, Jacksonville can win that fucking game, and they will.
San Francisco. Last I saw, it was +6.
Yeah,
at
can you
Philadelphia.
believe that? It went from like 3.5 to 6.
On this one, I'm on San Francisco just because that's too many points, I think.
I'm going to take San Francisco for our purposes, but I'm not betting this game.
No, me either. New England minus 3.5 at home against the Chargers.
I got the Chargers upset.
I got New England. I think they're going to cover.
Okay.
And finally, Pittsburgh +3 at home against Houston Monday night.
I got Houston.
I got Pittsburgh.
Okay.
We differ a lot, dude.
Well, you want side bets?
I guess we got to do Buffalo Jacks, right?
I mean, I've already got what I bet here. So, what's the spread there?
Buffalo minus 1.5.
Okay. I'll take that for 5.
Okay. How about?
I'll take Houston.
You'll take Houston. How about New England Chargers?
What's that Houston number? 3?
3.
Houston's favored by 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take Houston there.
And how about New England Chargers? New England minus 3.5.
I've already bet that. I don't want to double on that.
Okay.
5
each?
Yeah, I got one for you though.
Okay.
I'll take the Bears.
We'll take the. Oh, I don't want to bet against the Bears. And
You
that's
you just picked against their ass.
yeah, but that was gun to my head bet.
Yeah, $5.
No, I'm not betting against the Bears.
Okay.
That would be a major fan infraction.
Not really. Because whoa, whoa, wait, whoa, whoa.
Tom? Tom, this is business, and this man is taking it very, very personal.
It's not personal, Sonny. It's strictly business.
You jinxed yourself by putting on what's his name, Cote,
You were supposed to remember
the
his
Johnny
name
Quest
and be the genius.
witch doctor.
You were supposed to remember his name and you don't.
Anyway, shout out to Chicago Bob who gave
It's
us our
Corbet.
Corbet. Okay, but you just cut him off. That's gonna. You shouldn't have done that, dude.
No,
I'm worried for you.
He's coming back at the end, like he has for the last God knows how many weeks, and fuck your fantasy team.
You don't cut off Corbet. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Why are you a big fan all of a sudden after he fucking did a
I'm
job
not a fan.
on you?
I'm just warning you, man. Playoff drafts are coming up. You got bets down?
Yeah, no, I've got something planned for Corbett at the end. Okay.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
Okay, Dork. So now what?
Well, let's just talk about players and fantasy.
Well, let's talk about our fantasy draft tonight.
Our fantasy draft tonight. Okay.
And tell me just off the top of your head, not necessarily where you're going or anything, but what kind of strategy you might employ as far as in general.
Same every year. I do a bracket. I write down how many games I think each team is going to win,
I do too.
and is going to play, and I just take the players with that I think are going to be in more games. And
Even if they're inferior to to a team that might play one game less.
it depends on how many games. Like I'm not gonna like put in I can't I'm not gonna put in Rico Dowdle ahead of anyone because he's the number one back.
Okay.
Or is it Rico? Or yeah, Rico's their number one back now because I'm pretty certain Carolina's going to lose.
I hear you.
Now it's possible at the end of if my last pick I still need a running back,
Uh-huh.
and I think maybe a Rico plunge is better than going with say Tank Bigsby with Philadelphia or a backup like that.
We're only drafting one roster, and there's going to be max 8 of us, and so
Yeah.
you're not getting that deep, Dork.
Okay, but I'm just saying I may go with a guy I think is playing one game if I think he might have a good
Well,
game.
sometimes we end up doing that. It might be
Yeah.
your tight end or something.
Yeah, exactly. A good example of that might be Colston Loveland, who I think might have a good game against Green Bay.
But you're thinking only one game.
Yeah, I'm only expecting
And
him for one
if
game.
Chicago wins that, you're a happy mofo because he gets 2.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree, man.
But in general, I'm going
What
to
about
be.
prioritizing positions, quarterback, running back in the first round?
You know what? One big thing is kickers are bigger than in a season-long draft.
Yeah.
Where their kickers are not created equal, but real close enough that I'm willing to wait till my last 2 picks.
Well, we're going to draft them last.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about first or second round.
First, second round, I'm going to try and get the best quarterback and running back I can get.
That's what I'm thinking.
And if I can't get a good quarterback in round 1, I might wait till the end and take the best one left.
You know, I found that especially, let's say if all 8 of our boys are going to be here, and it looks like they might.
Yeah.
I found it if there's 7 or 8 dudes drafting, and you grab good wide receivers and running backs, say your first 3 rounds and stuff. If you decide I'm going to wait till the end, you fucked yourself. You should pick them with your 4th, 5th rounder.
Your quarterback?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You can't wait any longer than that, or you're going to end up with some dude that's going to play one fucking game.
Yeah.
And so that's what I found over the years. But
Okay, but I'm going to be looking at Bills, Seahawks, Rams, and Patriots, mainly.
Okay.
You know, that's my draft strategy.
Yeah, why not?
That's why I think
They're the favorites.
those are the teams I think are going to do well, play a lot of games. So, you know, I'm picking 6th or 7th, so I'm obviously not going to get Josh Allen or Matthew Stafford,
True.
James Cook, whatever, but I'm
But
going to be
you get 2 back-to-back picks,
yeah, I get
and that's huge.
close to back-to-back, and I think I'll get 2 good players there, and then I'll just see how it goes from there.
Yeah, close to back-to-back. You're
Yeah.
picking 7th or
6th or
6th
7th,
or
depending. Is it Steven we're waiting on? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. I'm picking 2nd, and so I'm gonna probably get a guy I want.
Yeah.
But having to wait and see that talent go away in a draft where we only have 9 players
Yeah.
worries me.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I'd
I
rather
know.
be around 5 or 6, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. You know, I agree. But you know, it is what it is. We're where we are, and we'll do the best we can with what we got.
That was a damn it moment.
Okay, what else you got, Dork?
You know, that's. Can I just read off the where you might want to look?
Yeah, I've got that here too.
Now these are the bad. Most of these teams are good, you know, because they're in the playoffs. They're the good teams.
Sure.
At all positions against fantasy, or some of them.
Sure.
But here are the places where, you know, you might want to, especially week 1, you might want to look. Bottom Pittsburgh, the only bottom 10 fantasy team against quarterback is the Steelers. So C.J. Stroud might be a good play.
That's why I picked him to win the game.
And Chicago, the Bears are 11th. So Jordan Love has done well against him in the past. So
yeah, and they're vulnerable.
He's a good pick.
Yeah, in our league, someone might end up with Love.
Yeah,
and might get 2 games out of him.
Yes. Running back, Buffalo, Philadelphia, and Carolina are all bottom 10 against running backs. So,
okay, who's that again?
Buffalo, Philadelphia, Carolina.
Oh, so McCaffrey might have a big day.
McCaffrey is one of those guys who you're going to look at and say, you know, even if they don't win, he might have a big game. Or he should have a big game.
And they might win.
And they might win.
Yeah.
So you got that as an added bonus.
Okay. And that's good for ETN, too.
Yes, ETN and the 2 Rams backs.
Yeah, Corum and Kieran.
Kieran and Corum. Yeah, what a pair. Wide receivers, bottom 10, Chicago and Pittsburgh. You know, pick a Packer wide receiver if you want, but
I wouldn't.
You know, that's a tough call.
I'm not drafting
Pittsburgh,
those fools.
Nico might go off, and same with the
Nico
rookie,
could be
Jaden
huge.
Higgins. Yeah.
And if the Texans win that game, like I think they're going to, you get 2 games out of Nico.
Yeah.
I like Nico. He's high on my list.
And tight ends, it's Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Jacksonville, and Carolina are just outside the bottom 10.
Okay.
So Dalton Schultz, Dallas Goedert, and then Colby Parkinson, who actually is my favorite tight end in the playoff draft.
Right.
And
but they got Higbee back, don't they?
They do got Higbee back, but Parkinson's just been they both would actually be good picks, I think.
Yeah, but their stats have been padded because Devontae hasn't played the last 3 weeks.
That's true, and he'll be back, lighting it up. But,
big time.
You know, they're both good picks, and Dawson Knox against Jacksonville.
Okay.
Is a nice play too.
You have it. You like him over Kincaid?
Kincaid has had limited practices. I'm sure he's going to play, but if I had to pick one, I'd pick Knox because of that.
What about like defenses?
Well, Seattle's the first one I'm going with.
They're awesome.
I think the Rams with your guy, what's his name again?
Quentin Lake.
Lake, yeah. When they're on, they can be very good.
Sure.
Excuse me. Houston.
Definitely.
I got Houston losing in round 1, but if you don't, they're an obvious choice.
Yeah.
And
That
if,
defense might carry him to the championship game, baby.
and if you like Denver,
I
Denver's
don't.
a tough place to play.
I don't like
A
Denver.
lot of us don't like them, but they are the number one seed, and
Fugazi.
road to the Super Bowl does go through Denver,
Fugazi.
but their defense led the league in sacks. So they're a good, I don't want to take them, but they're the best of what's left pick.
You
You know what I mean?
An interesting thing I heard today?
What's that?
That, yeah, Denver did lead the league in sacks, but they were like 27th in takeaways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That shit's huge.
I did have, let me see if I brought no, that's my,
And so Denver's not getting takeaways. They're not getting points off takeaways.
I wrote down the turnover.
Do it.
thing.
Read it off, dork.
Okay, and the first number will be the number of takeaways, and the second is the number of turnovers.
And then and that would equate to differential.
Now, and also just as a note, teams with the poorer turnover ratios, that portends well in the playoffs because it's a luck thing. Sometimes.
And so there might be some positive
There
regression.
might be some regression. Yes. Anyway, Chicago 33-11 plus 22.
Number one, baby.
Houston 29-12 plus 17.
Love it.
Jacksonville 31-18 plus
Three of my upset boys that I've got.
Pittsburgh plus 12, 27-15.
Not bad.
Rams plus 11, 26-15. Those were the 5 who were over 10.
Yep, I like them all
And
except
now
for Pittsburgh.
the other in positive territory, Philly 21-15 plus 6. New England is plus 3 at 19-16.
Terrible.
And that's not a lot of turnovers or giveaways. So,
Right.
And the Chargers 23-21. Packers 14-13. Talk about
Mediocre.
just not a lot of action anywhere.
Yeah.
Then we got Carolina.
Green Bay, their team and their defense, I think, has been overrated by the bettors.
Well, without Parsons, their pass rush is one of the worst.
Yeah, they started tanking.
Carolina 21-23. Buffalo's 21-19. They're another positive one.
Okay.
San Francisco has the worst one, 16-22, and that bodes well for your upset, I think.
Yeah, San Francisco, they haven't been getting turnovers at all.
In Denver, 14-17. So no, they don't get a lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's why I think Denver, if they struggle offensively, that D, if they can't get turnovers, they're very beatable.
yeah. Well, and that's the key for the Bears and the Jaguars, to keep getting the turnovers.
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
I would say the
there
same
is
with
there is
the
possibility of
Texans.
there's possibility of regression with teams like Texans, Jags that get a lot of turnovers. But I kind of like the trend that they get them, and I expect that to continue.
Yeah.
I already bet fucking Houston defense anytime touchdown in the wild card.
Yeah.
Anything
That's a
else,
good bet.
Dork?
I do not have anything else. No.
Okay, let me see if I got anything here.
I just want to share. We've talked about our league.
Yep.
With 3 minutes or so left in the Ravens-Steelers game, all I needed was for between Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, and Mark Andrews to score less than 2 touchdowns.
Well, 29 points in
20
our league scoring.
Yeah. At the time, I think Henry had gotten some points, and my biggest fear was a long Henry run that would have.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you brought this up, Dork, because I didn't want to bring it up like rub it in or anything.
No,
But
that's what you do, dude. Come on.
I'm being cut me some slack, dude. I'm being
Magnanimous.
yes, magnanimous.
Anyways, Zay Flowers went nuts, and I lost the league, or I didn't lose. I got second.
Yeah, and
congrats to Roger, by the way.
yes, sir. And,
good job, buddy.
We talked about it earlier. I mentioned it about 3 weeks ago to you, Dork, about how what happened to you happened to me one year.
Yeah.
And you did it to me.
I did it, yeah.
I was up like 30 points going into the final weekend, but my guys were getting hurt. They weren't producing.
Right.
The waiver wire was bullshit, and I was just Dork kept making up ground on me every week, and
That's how this
he
was.
had all the momentum, and he beat me by like 32 points. You know, the reason I remember that, because in all of my fantasy football that I've been doing, and cumulative wise, I'm close to 30 years
Yeah.
in leagues.
Yeah.
That was the most crushing defeat of my fantasy career.
I'm sorry, dude.
And now you know how it feels too.
It does. You know,
Because
and
it just hurts, because you played so well, you made the
Mhm.
right decisions, you picked up the right waiver wire cats,
Yeah.
you led the whole fucking way, and then your team starts leaking oil.
You know, and on week 18, I wake up and, look at the thing, and three of my running backs have been either inactive or out.
Yeah, I know.
So, I pick up Tank Bigsby, and he did good.
He did.
And, but I'm down to Dak and Burrow for the quarterback.
You know what I thought you should have did? And,
What?
And I told Roger, I thought he should have did this too when he picked up Caleb. Grab Lamar.
Well, obviously.
I was looking at the waiver wire, and I thought to myself, I got to play Stafford
Mhm.
final week. But I said, if I was Ed or if I was Roger, I would pick up Lamar right now, because he says he's 100%, and this is the type of game the cap might go off.
Well, yeah. And the funny thing is, Dak was, top 5. Burrow was second 5.
Yeah.
And I was worried that Cincinnati was going to be like, okay, it's halftime. Let's take out Burrow. He's still got the injury. Let's not mess it up for next year.
Yeah.
That happened with Dak. They took him out at halftime with no points.
I know.
And that's just,
But if you would have played Lamar, you would have won the league.
if I'd have picked up Lamar and played him, I'd have won. Yeah.
And if Roger would have picked up Lamar, he would have won bigger.
Yeah.
And I had a terrible fucking season. I ended up in 7th place.
Yeah.
But in week 18, I saw that Lamar play, and I wasn't going to tell anybody.
No, yeah, of course not.
But I saw that Lamar play, and I said, I think this is the spot.
Yeah.
Because I knew you were both hurting at QB.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, I'll give you the bets I made, and then we'll close out here. Where can they find us out there, Dorster?
Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Amazon, Google, and Spotify.
Sweet. Okay, we have less games, and so I bet less games, but I bet more than I normally do.
More unit per game.
I normally bet 1 or 2 units. This time it was 3 units. So I've got the Rams. I got them at -10. Paid a little juice, -115 versus Carolina.
I like it. I think that'll be a blowout.
I took the Jags on the money line. They're currently like -105. I got them at +102 versus Buffalo.
Don't hate it, but I think Buffalo's going to win.
I got Houston DST anytime touchdown versus Pittsburgh. And in this scenario, I see them sacking Rodgers. He frickin' fumbles, and a cat picks it up and runs it in, 5-1. Then I played Houston -3.5. They're 3 now. I wish I would have waited, but it even money versus
In Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. And then I got the Chargers at +3.5 versus New England. And then I also took the Chargers on the money line +154.
You know what? I'm not going to argue with any of those because I have really no idea myself.
None
on
of
any
us
these
do.
games, other than I think the Rams will probably beat the Panthers.
But if the Panthers won, then that would disprove all of our shit that we.
Boy, that would be fun. Kind of fun if the Panthers won, but
It's possible, man.
it's possible.
This has been a weird
they've
year.
Won some big games this year, and they are at home. And
That'd be the Rams
you know,
screaming.
who knows? Maybe Tet McMillan will go. Maybe Tet McMillan will be my last pick of the draft. Who
There
knows?
you go.
Okay.
You've loved the guy all year.
I've been on him. He has 7 TDs this year.
Not bad for a rookie.
Yeah. I'm going to target him next year. That's
Of
for damn
course,
sure.
he's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year with 8 touchdowns. I don't know how impressive that fucking is.
Is he going to ahead of Travion?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's in the bag.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for watching Fantasy Football, the Dork and the Dude. We're getting ready to go here because our Fantasy Football playoff draft's kicking off in 25 minutes, Dork.
Yes, it is. We're
Are
very
you
excited about
prepared,
that.
brother?
You know, as prepared as I'm going to be. Again, if I pick the guys who score a lot of points, I'll win. If not, it's $25 down the drain.
Which is nothing because you won over 500.
I did. I had a.
Oh, and
even
that's
in
the thing.
second,
That's the thing.
I had a good financial year.
That's
in
the thing
fantasy
Dork
league.
didn't tell you is, you got crushed week 18 for the championship, but he won more money than anybody.
And don't tell him that, because with all our listeners, especially locally, I just might get kneecapped going out to my car after this. So
Yeah, no, you're probably more likely to get audited by the IRS.
yeah, that too.
All right. Thanks again for watching. He was talking about Corbet, the Johnny Quest witch doctor.
Yeah, and thanks again to Chicago Bob for
I
the
knew who he
correction.
was. Chicago
Okay.
Bob didn't find it out first, but I knew. In fact, I mentioned I got his name wrong, but I was damn close. But anyway, he took out the Dorkster, and unfortunately, my liaison with Corbet told me that he can't reverse the shit. And what that means is, and Roger got cursed going into week 18 because they're tied. That means, unfortunately, it looks like this shit is going to be in action for the playoffs, Dork. So here we go, man. When I'm wearing my little voodoo necklace and shit. Shit's coming down, Dork, on you and Roger's ass.
Okay, I don't think either of us is worried, but
Well, you should be.
okay. Well, you're the one who cut him off earlier.